Unlocking Your Purpose. Let's talk AI, clarity and credibility.
Look at the total addressable market here. What's your TAM?
Dude, telling you what I did something really interesting for those who I'm going to put this on the screen. This is a picture of Warren Whitlock, AI generated, talking about AI in a podcast. I just thought I'd share that. This is way too funny.
Yeah.
So when I ended up doing a Napoleon Hill style research, I interviewed 500 thought leaders on credibility. One of the things that came out of that research is that 98% of the thought leaders do not have clarity. So the thing that's interesting, if you don't have clarity, how do people see you and how do they actually truly get to trust you and know you, right? How do they get to like you, right? And so what percent of people can have a better reputation? You could almost say 98%. I mean, a large percentage of people, it is really hard when you look at their websites, you look at their social media, you look at their LinkedIn, you're like, what does this person do again? Hard to tell. And so what is the reputation when somebody says something where they're in front of you, but when you go and look at how they look online and it's something different? You know, that's the next question to be asking AI is, hey, do you know Warren Whitlock in all forms that Warren shows up? What does Warren stand for? And how can Warren update his reputation? I'll bet you AI can answer that question today, although I'll bet you there's also a lot of hallucination in it.
There's still some there. Yeah, I definitely had a problem when that came up. I've always had trouble getting a Wikipedia entry. And none of the stuff I've done have really quite to that level where major media can tell about it. I have a certified best-selling book, but, you know, that wasn't enough by itself. What have you done for me lately? Was that best-selling book from one of the big-name New York City publishers? No, it was from a little company called Zeno Press that I formed when I was helping other people get their books published. That Zeno Press has not got that great of a reputation by itself. It's helped the reputation of many others, but that's what it knows. And so I guess the question is, should we be looking at what we're going to do to boost the reputation of somebody for 2025 and beyond? And you've already told us the first step. You've got to get clarity about what your purpose is.
It's funny. I'm going to use the word purpose. I'm going to use it slightly different than the way most people use it, right? So when people say, what's your purpose? Sometimes that's such an amorphous question, such an amorphous concept. What I'm going to say is what I can do, I could sit with any human, any company, and help them articulate where they are executing on their purpose. So that's different. It's sort of like, Warren, the best way I can equate this as a fellow publisher, I'd often run across somebody who would want to publish their book, their best book that's going to cover everything they've ever learned in life. And because they were so busy, they would never publish it. So what I'd also often tell that person, hey, let's do the second book first. Let's do the book that way we can get out in 3 to 6 months. It'll focus on this topic, whether it's a collaboration book or something else. Let's do that first. They'd say, okay. And then they go, well, maybe I don't need the bigger book. I'm going to say the same thing on purpose. Purpose is one of those things that we're going to go through life continually focusing on what is my purpose. I can't tell you, I can tell you exactly what that is. What I can tell you with 100% certainty, I've done this over 1,000 times. I can help somebody articulate where they're executing on their purpose. And when you have that in something less than 10 words, which is really where I spend my time, when you can do that, I call it, just so we have the word here, it's called a CPOP, your customer point of possibilities. If you can do that, now you can then say to, whether you're using AI, you could train Claude, you could train ChatGPT, you could say, hey, listen, this is my CPOP. This is how I show up in the world, less than 10 words. Now let's take a look at my other pieces of social media. Take a look at my website. Tell me what I need to update. Take a look at this book. Where is it inconsistent? That's a great way to use AI.
Oh, I'm going to have to ask Claude, what is Mitchell Levy's POP? And see if it
Yeah.
comes back. It'll probably give me an explanation of what you define as it, but what is his personal, and see what it has to say. And I'll bet
I'm
it's in there
curious now.
someplace. Yeah. And well, I find that I'm pretty good at helping other people sorting through their purpose. But yeah, if you ask me what I'm doing, it's like I want to put the word enigma on a business card. And so, if I need to define what I am, it's an enigma. I'm not sure myself.